Welcome back to the Industrial Cyber Weekly Roundup, where we bring you the most recent news and updates in the field of industrial cybersecurity. I'm Bailey, your host, here to bring you this week's edition of our weekly podcast news nugget. So let's get started. It has been 1 year since Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine, resulting in the deaths of thousands of people and the displacement of millions, as well as billions of dollars in economic damage. The Russia-Ukraine war, which erupted on February 24th last year, made history by demonstrating for the first time the significance of cyber operations in international conflicts, as well as demonstrating that cyber will now play an integral role in future armed conflict, supplementing traditional forms of warfare. Cybersecurity experts assessed that the impact has been generally low, since cyber attacks were perceived as taking a back seat, where traditional military terrorist kinetic attacks have been used to target critical infrastructure. The Russia-Ukraine war impacted ICS-OT cybersecurity directly, as there are several documented attacks by Russia on Ukrainian ICS-OT, both before and during the war. Russian tools and techniques have also been discovered. The U.S. Department of Defense published the DoD Manual 8140.03, Cyberspace Warfare Qualification and Management Program, the third issuance of the DoD 8140 policy series. The Cyber Workforce Qualification Program modernizes DoD talent management, allowing for more targeted and flexible approaches within the cyber human capital lifecycle. The policy series' third installment was last revised in December 2021 and offers a more specialized and adaptable approach to the lifecycle of the cyber workforce. The NIST provided a status update of its special publication 800-171, which provides a set of recommended security requirements for protecting the confidentiality of CUI, or Controlled Unclassified Information. The document works on protecting CUI in non-federal systems and organizations, while providing federal agencies with a set of recommended security requirements. NIST also added that SP 800-171 will update the supplemental information for individual requirements with additional technical references and mappings to SP 853 Revision 5 controls. ENISA published a report that explores how to develop harmonized national vulnerability programs and initiatives in the EU. Apart from insights on industry expectations, the findings feed into the guidelines ENISA and the NIST Cooperation Group intend to prepare to help EU member states establish their CVD, or Coordinated Vulnerability Disclosure Policies. These guidelines would primarily focus on vulnerability management, dedicated processes, and related responsibilities. The Australian government released its CIRMP, or Critical Infrastructure Risk Management Program, that has now been registered under the Security of Critical Infrastructure Act 2018, or the SOCI Act. The move calls upon specified responsible entities to develop and maintain the written program that identifies and manages material risks of hazards that could have a relevant impact on a critical infrastructure asset. The Australian government also published the 2023 Critical Infrastructure Resilience Strategy, which provides a national framework for enhancing critical infrastructure security and resilience in Australia. The document outlines how industry, state, and territory governments and the Australian government will collaborate to improve the security and resilience of critical infrastructure, as well as anticipate, prevent, and prepare for, respond to, and recover from all hazards. Accompanying the 2023 Critical Infrastructure Resilience Strategy is a 2023 Critical Infrastructure Resilience Plan that sets out how the strategy's objectives will be delivered. The plan adopts a multi-year outlook and allows for the monitoring and evaluation of activities. The NERC presented its 2022 annual report, highlighting that the electricity ecosystem is going to have to come to grips with cost-effectively protecting lower-impact assets from physical and cyber threats. The alert comes as cybersecurity remains at the forefront of addressing reliability risks. The report covers the agency's accomplishments in the year gone by and sets the stage for 2023's strategic focus areas. Nonprofit organization MITRE released its 2023 attack roadmap, with key efforts planned for the year ahead, ranging from ICS assets to more Linux and AttackCon 4.0. In 2023, the focus will be on targeting growth and integration. The agency will work on maintaining framework stability as it builds out content and structure, while expanding and increasing the scope of some of Attack's current platforms. MITRE will be working to enhance the usability, accessibility, and functionality of the Attack website and navigator, with updates likely around April and October. According to IBM Security's most recent annual report, the number of ICS vulnerabilities discovered in 2022 fell to 457 for the first time in 2 years, down from 715 in 2021 and 472 in 2020. One of the potential explanations for this could be found in the ICS life cycles and how they're generally managed and patched. IBM also identified the manufacturing sector was the most targeted in 2022, accounting for 58% of the incidents that X-Force assisted in resolving. The number of data breaches affecting healthcare providers declined in the second half of 2022, consistent with a downward trend over the past 2 years, though a deeper dive into the data reveals that current breach totals are still higher than pre-pandemic levels, as revealed by Critical Insight data. Additionally, breaches are affecting more individuals, and hackers are shifting tactics to attack weak links in the healthcare system's supply chain, most notably attacking electronic health record systems. Food company Dole plc announced on Wednesday that it recently experienced a cybersecurity incident that was determined to be ransomware. The company's operations have been disrupted as a result of the cyber attack, resulting in the temporary shutdown of production plants and the disruption of food supplies to U.S. grocery stores. Dole acted quickly to contain the threat and engaged third-party cybersecurity experts in addition to notifying law enforcement agencies. Data released by Semantic researchers detected the presence of hydrocasma threat actors targeting shipping companies and medical laboratories in Asia, likely in an intelligence-gathering campaign that relies exclusively on publicly available and living-off-the-land tools. There is no custom malware deployed in that attack campaign, which appears to rely exclusively on open-source tools. The group appears to have a possible interest in industries that may be involved in COVID-19-related treatments or vaccines. ThreatMon researchers provided details on SideCopy, a Pakistani threat group having targeted Indian government entities using a spear phishing email containing a macro-enabled Word document. The malware used is a new version of Reverse Rat, which has enhanced obfuscation and sleep calls to avoid detection. Data disclosed said that once Reverse Rat gains persistence, it enumerates the victim's device, collects data, encrypts it using RC4, and sends it to the C2 server. And with that, we conclude our action-packed week in the industrial cybersecurity industry. Keep an eye on industrialcyber.co for the most recent industry news, resources, and updates. Can't wait to catch up with you again next week.